This episode brought to you by Prize Picks. Daily fantasy sports made easy. Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. There are a few combination of words that have the same explosion of joy as Snow Day. When the shackles of school are broken and you're allowed to not only sleep in, but later play in a winter wonderland with so many bullseyes on heads to hit as hard as that girl got snowed sucker punched in the opening of Gremlins. There's no explaining that joy one felt when hearing those two words. And then there's those 4 words, Snow Day the movie. Which brings up a sense of that played in theaters. Originally planned as a Pete and Pete movie, I guess I saw the TV glow as close as we're gonna get. Nickelodeon's Snow Day was a surprise box office success in 2000, but apparently didn't get that much love from critics and audiences. It's one of those films, though, I secretly wanted to check out because, while it did look bad, it had a great premise. Just following what kids do on a snow day could be really fun. Imagine following Calvin on his snow days. That certainly would fill an hour and a half. But despite it being about the surprise holiday many kids get about once a year, it didn't seem to win that many over. So I'm gonna take a look over why. Let's see how the greatest words in childhood became the biggest chore in adulthood. Let's take a look at Snow Day. It opens surprisingly educational as we're told exactly how snow forms.
2 atoms of hydrogen bond with a single atom of oxygen to form H2O. The temperature drops below freezing, the water crystallizes.
And then the studio paid a lot of money to figure out how to turn that into fart jokes. Later we cut to Chevy Chase as a weatherman, who I'm sure has a character name, but he's just acting like Chevy Chase as a weatherman.
Mahuna Aui?
Means kiss my butt.
You can just see his face saying, Bill Murray gets Groundhog Day and I get this shit. What did I do to deserve this aside from everything?
Unless we find a way to beat Chad Simmons, we're stuck.
He's told he needs to get his ratings up to beat the competing weatherman. As later we see a bunch of kids throwing crushed ice at Principal Weaver, played by Damian Young.
Is that the best you got? Oh, there's no snow for you. Oh, there's no snow for you. Nothing but blue skies for me.
Okay, I do kind of like this is less of a principal and more how kids perceive principals. We're shown our narrator is named Hal, played by Mark Webber, who obsesses over a girl named Claire. Well, maybe obsess isn't a strong enough word.
Let's just say I know the exact number of times she blinks per minute.
Let's just say I've broken 2 restraining orders. I'm going for number 3. He finds her bracelet at the bottom of the pool and plans to give it back to her, but she's approached by an old boyfriend named Chuck.
We're America's dream team.
Not anymore.
What are you looking at?
For the last time, I'm not the blonde kid from Home Improvement! Meanwhile, Hal's sister Natalie starts playing with his collectibles.
If I'm gonna sell these guys, I've gotta keep them mint.
You can't. We're a team. You can't split us up.
Nah, it's team split up all the time. It happens.
That's like half the cast of Kablam. Have a heart! It's also revealed that Chase is the father of these kids, who's married to a workaholic.
I know, I'm late again. I'm sorry.
I just need to fall in love with someone over Christmas that shows me amazing small town values. Oh, Chevy Chase is in this? That ain't happening. Afterwards, we see Hal smelling the bracelet. Hello? I think I have a future sequel for you. And he even puts it on his ankle.
What are you doing?
This is not a record scratch moment. This is a violins from Psycho moment.
I didn't say you could come on my room.
That's a sacred act reserved only for me.
Bought you something. Sort of a good luck charm.
Can't count how many times a kid has legit said cool when given a snow globe. I think as soon as he leaves, she's gonna go.
It's pretty lame.
Hal continues to stalk Clara, but he's told another girl named Patty is interested in him.
Why don't you go out with Patty Crone?
I can't go up with a leg jiggler.
Dude, everyone knows what you're jiggling with your bracelet fetish. Take what you can.
I wish it was this easy.
Meanwhile, back at home, I think Natalie also needs a restraining order from the snow.
What are you doing?
Just catching snowflakes.
Did you take your meds?
They took me.
I'll take that as a no.
That can't be right, can it?
The weather suddenly starts to change as, you guessed it, a snow day occurs. And you know how I said this movie needs to capture the excitement kids feel for this event? This kid might feel it too much. Christ, if I was Snow, I would have 24-hour security protecting me from her. Everyone listens to hear what's closed down.
That concludes the list of closings for today.
The principal's my favorite character so far.
Oh, and I forgot one. All schools are officially closed for a snow day.
It's announced later, though, that the schools are closed, as the children cheer and the parents weep. However, the snowplow man, played by Chris Elliott, apparently chases the kids, ruining their day.
To us, he's a snow day assassin. No matter how brave you thought you were, just hearing his name could make you wish you lived in Florida.
I mean, I don't know. If you told me this was an audition for Jackass Jr., I might have fun running from that thing. The mother finds she's not able to go to work either, and okay, a pretty funny visual. So she works from home, watching her youngest Randy, while Hal says he wants to skip snow day with his sister to, what else, do something creepy involving Claire.
I've got a bracelet to return. Come on, Lane, this snow day happened for a reason. It's giving me a second chance with Claire.
Once she sees all my nose prints on it, she's sure to go out with me. His friend Lane agrees to go with him to drop it off. As in one of the bare jokes of the movie, Natalie finds her friends use the snow day to do the exact same thing they'd be doing inside, outside.
Chet's trying to break his all-time record.
We're trying to prepare for when summoning salt actually makes this cool. I just know the Rugrats speedrun is in his near future. Seriously, even as a joke, who wastes a snow day on a Rugrats speedrun?
Come on! Snowplow man.
The snowplow man appears though, and the kids are determined to take him down so they can get more snow days.
Couldn't we just go back and make a snowman?
We have 13 years before that phrase is ruined.
I got your standard slush ball, always dependable. I've got the jelly-filled snow nut.
Jelly-filled snow nut is also the name of a very popular Rankin Bass porn parody.
And this one speaks for itself.
I drank a Knoxville, Tennessee's worth of Mountain Dew to get my piss that color.
I'll go now!
They throw a snowball at him, causing him to crash, but he's still kicking.
Put some offense to it, Wayno!
Don't leave me here! I don't want to die with my pants down!
Something we found a lot of kids at Nickelodeon said before. Yeah, I know it's not funny, but for a Nick film to have their first fart joke at the half-hour mark, I gotta say, that's a tiny miracle. It's like Rob Schneider not doing any random color face for a half hour. You just don't see it that often. The snowplow destroys their fort, while back at home, the mother still tries to work despite Randy causing trouble.
The first thing you'll need is a stun gun for your kid.
I do like the random things they have this kid do. Like, this person started the eating Tide Pods movement. In another surprisingly decent joke, it turns out news spread quickly about Claire and Chuck's breakup, so Hal is one of literally dozens of boys saying they're the one for her. And yet somehow, they're still not as creepy as Hal.
I'm here at Slupperton Hill, or as the kids who showed up here today like to call it, Suicide Hill.
By the way, tell me if this looks familiar.
I said a little one!
Yeah, him shouting shit all the way down is so much better replaced with a snowman costume and Smash Mouth. Smash Mouth makes everything more Smash Mouth. Hal takes this chance to go on camera and announce to the world how creepy he is.
Claire, my name's Hal. You don't know me, but I know you. Like, I know that your favorite gum is watermelon bubblicious. That you can't go a whole day without diving.
And your bra size is 34B. I know, I'm wearing one of them right now. But it looks like Chase's competition is getting credit for predicting the snowstorm first instead of him.
Liar! Who was first? No! Who was first? You liar! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Yeah, every scene with him is gonna make me think, I remember when they did that in the Funny movie. Confusingly, Claire gets back with Chuck, but seems to be interested in Hal. Well, this seems like a sure thing I'm gonna keep pursuing. Meanwhile, Natalie and her friends tried to trick the snowplow man by faking an injury. Now we're back to our cookie cutter fart garbage. Stop trying to make Ren and Stimpy without Ren. But the snowplow man has a guard crow. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. But the kids take her and hold her hostage. But it looks like he has a hostage too.
I got you, man! I got you, man!
Can I go back to admiring how few fart jokes there were? Now they're getting in the way of my jokes. It's like what commercials do. Why is there always so much imagery of women in long dresses in nature? It's like, oh, they're off to a fancy dress party, but nature is their party. And that's beautiful. They're dressing up for nature. It makes you think of elegant, so you think the product we're advertising is elegant. Prize Picks is elegant. If you consider winning up to 1,000 times your money, It's pretty elegant to me. Look at this lady, she's so free. You can feel free with Prize Picks. Sorta, you can get something like that. See, sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. You know, have the wind blow your dress in the wind and be like, wow, beautiful, graceful, pretty. That's what life's about, the sponsorship is telling you. But, you know, money's good too. See, Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going off, which ones aren't. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. We call this one the Gladiator Simp. I know Russell Crowe did that originally, but he kind of wore a dress in that, it counts. I've had some fun experiences with Prize Picks myself. I said Jokic would be more than 0.5 points versus the Suns, LeBron would be more than 23 points versus the Warriors, and Davis would be more than 12 rebounds versus the Warriors. Look at this lady. She's so happy being in front of these, I don't know, those cows or ostriches. Oh, those are cows. Why are you so happy? You're wearing a dress in a place that has cows. Well, anyway, download the app today and use the code Nostalgia to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's download the app today and use the code Nostalgia to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Not all of them are elegant. I don't know what this lady's doing. Just kind of straightening her outfit out, looking awkward. But she's in a dress and in nature, so kinda works. Prize Picks more than kinda works, it actually works. This one's called the Double Gladiator Simp. I don't know. Go today. We cut almost randomly to an ice skating ring where Hal says he wants to put a stop to boring music being played over the speaker. And in case you're wondering, no, this has never been brought up anywhere else in the movie.
Al Martino bites the big one. That's what she wrote. In the bathroom stall.
So Lane distracts the DJ while Hal runs in and switches up the music. Oh, and coincidentally, of course, Claire and Chuck are there too.
What color are my eyes?
They're green, of course.
Flavor gum do I chew?
Okay, if you didn't know your eye color, would chewing gum really make a difference? Hal sees them there and dedicates the song to Claire, which, makes Chuck big mad. And we come back to the snowplow man and his prisoner of war approaching Natalie's mother.
Sorry to interrupt your afternoon, ma'am, but just wondering if you might be able to tell me where I could find your daughter.
This was the standard way Dan Schneider held auditions in the 2000s.
A bunch of the kids signed up for free plow rides.
Oh, is that way not work?
Again, a typical Nickelodeon office day back then. The mother gets distracted, but Natalie calls with his pet bird.
Someone here who wants to say hi to you.
Trudy, honey. Are you okay, baby?
They didn't show you Cabin Boy, did they? They agree to an exchange, but the snowplow man alters the deal a little. This guy is the Stephen King villain. Minus the farting. Well, wait, did you ever see Dreamcatcher? There's a cute running joke about everyone zeroing in on the principal.
Help me, please, I beg you!
That made me chuckle. As we discover, big shock, Lane might have the hots for Hal.
My mom bringing home baby chicks for everyone. It was kind of cute until they all started dying, which gave mouth-to-mouth to a baby chick.
Didn't know dead baby chicks was gonna be light conversation in this, but hell, I'll take it over. She convinces Claire to come with her to see Hal at the football field where he carves out an erect dick. I mean a sperm whale with the emphasis on the sperm.
But I like zebras.
Then how come you have a whale charm on your bracelet?
You have my bracelet?
She starts to call him out on his stalker bullshit. Glad somebody is. When Chuck shows up, it's revealed he's the one that got the bracelet because he didn't know what animal she really liked. Okay, that's a clever way to kind of hit the point home, like neither one really knows her. Oh, don't worry though, they're still gonna kiss in a moment.
Don't even think about it!
Again, a pointless snowmobile fight. Granted, there are a few good lines here.
Say hi to Greg, he'll be hurting you today. Hi there.
Okay, I'll admit, I am snickering a little bit more than I thought I would at this. But Hal manages to get away. We return to Weatherman Chevy Chase as, again, no, I won't stop calling him that, as, tell me you can't see him saying these exact same lines on the set for this film.
Winter is finally here, and you know what that means. A big idiot dressed as a magic elf.
I was goddamn fletched. Do any of you little SpongeBob morons know what that is?
Oh, give me a break.
Chad Simmons.
He attacks a kid for making a snowman of his competition, leading to another cleared Chevy Chase line.
The beaver's nice.
Something I never said to Beverly D'Angelo. I'm in snow day, what do I care? As back at home, Randy throws snowballs at her mom, who's decided to skip her meeting to just be with her son. Funny how cell phones used to be the symbol of people who work too much, and now it's the symbol of people who don't work enough.
Sorry, Meltar. I blew it.
Natalie feels like she lost and put Hal's collectibles back where they were.
Where in the name of the seventh son are you going? Weren't you going to save the universe?
There's a word for this. Oh, yeah.
You think I went home and ate a grilled cheese sandwich that day on Andromeda when I got ambushed by the neutron twins?
I'm not gonna pretend like this is hilarious or anything, but it is unique. It is odd. It does add some life into this pretty mundane flick. If you told me there was gonna be stop-motion action figures in this, I don't think I could have predicted it.
Only you can unleash the rage of 100 snow days.
She builds up the courage to fight back while Lane tries to spell out what our very unlikable lead can't put together.
Oh, and what mind-blowing thing didn't you get to do today?
This.
I've been meaning to give this to Chuck.
This record-breaking snowfall has not kept some of my weather fans from coming on out.
Meanwhile, Chase confronts his competition, saying he's a fraud and that he can't even explain where snow comes from.
Is classified information the white stuff?
You're a loser!
Never have I felt so betrayed by celebrity meteorologists. Seriously, does this town have any interesting hobbies?
Do you want to come up?
We see Hal meeting up with Claire.
How did you know I'd be here?
Do you not pay attention? He's single white femaling you. He's gonna be dressed exactly like you the next day. She invites him up because she's a moron and even kisses him. Mrs. Mark Wahlberg from Fear. Guess I kinda like it. But he at least puts together they're not meant to be. Granted, it's a douchey time to announce that after all this bullshit.
About Lane. When she kissed me,
What did you do?
I came here.
A delayed reaction, I know. They of course agree to still be friends while the snowplow man makes his way to the final street to plow. Natalie, however, is waiting for him and brought company. Now, the gasoline. They plow snow back onto the streets. Boy, the Juvie Detention Center is really gonna be packed this week, isn't it? And while that's going on, Chuck confronts Hal.
Nothing happened with me and Claire,
She
nothing!
never leave me.
What do you know about anything? What flavor gum does she chew, Chuck?
When did gum become a prenuptial agreement in this world? Natalie uses the plow to stop him though, and Hal agrees to spend tomorrow's snow day with her. Yeah, kinda made it look like the film would be centered around the two of them, but I don't know. Farts. He meets up with Lane at the ice rink and confesses how he truly feels about her.
Wasn't it you who said that true love is all about finding someone you can stand to be around for 10 minutes at a time?
Sounds like the most romantic thing someone from this movie is able to say. They finally kiss and everybody seems to have a happy ending, except the principal. How much illegal is done in this movie? And that was Snow Day. It's bad, but honestly I thought it'd be worse. It's easy to see how this would be a Pete and Pete movie with Hal being Big Pete and Natalie being Young Pete. I get the feeling there's a lot of holdovers from the script, and honestly, it did get a chuckle every once in a while out of me. But it's obvious the film doesn't work as a whole. The characters aren't well defined, there's too many jokes that don't work, and it's very much in one ear and out the other. But maybe not as much from other people, because like I said, a lot of folks did want me to review this for a while. And I guess from that, I did expect to really dislike this movie, and I can't say I did. It's just a generic and somewhat forgettable production. I expected much worse, but that still doesn't mean it didn't give me a lot less. I'm a nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.
The beaver's nice.
We're continuing cameos for charity, and all this month, we're donating to the Naperville Humane Society. Why this one in particular? Because it's where my brother Rob got his pet dog, Ellie, and she's pretty adorable. This is a non-profit, limited admission animal shelter for dog and cat adoption, foster care, and owner surrenders. Their mission is to promote the humane treatment of compassion animals and create lasting human-animal bonds. They seek to deliver services to their community that reflect their integrity, respect, compassion, and joy for all people and animals. So if you want a cameo for me saying hi or happy birthday or whatever, click the link below and be giving to a wonderful organization. If you're like, to hell with that noise, I don't want a cameo from you, well, consider looking at this great organization anyway. Like I said, it does a lot of good, and there's some really great animals you can help out. Check them out and see all the adorableness you've been missing out on.